mentioned earlier that I have a story of generosity to share with you all. That comes from Michelle. She and her daughter were residents at Faith House for just over a month, 6 weeks. They were regular attenders to the gathering service when they were here. And the day that I asked, the first time I asked the question, where have you experienced generosity? I could see Michelle react. And she says, I can't, in the middle of everybody, share my story, but I will write it down. And so she did. She wrote these words. You spoke about generosity last Sunday. I wanted to speak and tell everyone where my daughter Haley and I have felt generosity, but I didn't. So I am writing to all of you to tell you how much generosity this church has given to my daughter and I. You all are amazing and compassionate, and Haley and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts. How thankful they are to have stayed at Faith House. The other Faith House members have become our friends, and this church opened their arms to us. My daughter Haley was hit by a car as a pedestrian last January 9th, and I have been fighting for her care ever since. We had run out our credit card at the place I was staying, and a lady named Lauren that we met at Outpatient Tier told me about your church and to call Roxy. God absolutely intervened to get us here to Faith House. Roxy has now become one of my lifelong friends, and this church so unbelievably grateful. We are home now in Oregon, as I have not seen my husband or 8-year-old son since January the 21st, earlier this year. I am tired and need my family. I just thank you all for such kindness I will never forget. God bless all of you, and thank you. Sometimes you don't know whose lives you touch in the work that you do here, because all of what we know sometimes is just this time and space, but so much happens on this campus. Again, we're in the middle of our fall appeal, where we're building a culture of generosity, lifting up stories where we have experienced God's generosity or where others have encountered it here at Faith as well. I would invite you to continue to pay attention to all the things that we're doing in worship, the stories that we're sharing, your bulletin inserts. All of those impact us along the way, and continue to remember your own places and spaces where God has come into your life and offered such generosity as well. At this time, we're going to move toward communion. I would invite you to rise in body or spirit as you are able.